They were looking at like rave culture and cyber world. They all encapsulated that kind of boyish her knots, and so that was something that Katie and Llewellyn were really inspired by too.
One thing that Llewellyn Bartley and Katie Hillier bring to Mark by Marc Jacobs is their own personal experience of rave culture in England. The optimism, the idealism, the sense of community, they all combine to make their second collection for the label a thing of joy.
I love the idea of Mark being this very accessible brand, and I started to think about ideas about DIY culture, and then we went to LA and we looked at all the Ferris artists like Craig Kaufman and Robert Irwin and Larry Bell, and they kind of were so unapologetically using things from around their environment, you know, the industrial, the plastics, the car culture, and that felt like a really strong statement.
A lot of the things that we were drawn to was the sensual kind of textures that were created with them.
Looks like a rave party, doesn't it? That's what I was doing when I was 18. To bring you back to that moment in time in the 90s, I felt very lucky that I was one of the last generation to be able to get that type of dream of community. That's why it made me feel something pretty strong today.
Llewellyn and Katie are doing a fantastic job. They're nailing this sort of like cool new girl that's still Mark by Mark. It's supposed to be cool, this brand, and those girls know how to do that.
Does a girl love latex?
Some girls love latex.
This is fantastic for a collection like Marc Jacobs. It's related to younger generation, which is they share everything on Instagram and on web. Then it's even more strong the message, because if you don't share it, you're not part of this contemporary moment, which is now.
There is a kind of euphoria to it, and we want that kind of... It's like a shared, I call it hardcore idealism.
That everyone's part of the same gang.